Yes. Okay, we are back for another live. Welcome back to another live. So, what we do here, for those of you who are watching this for the first time, is that we try and understand what exactly happened in the market today, and as well as try and predict what could happen tomorrow, right? And how we do this is by we try and read the charts, we try and look at OI, we look at the option chain, and we try and understand what can be done, right? So, quick disclaimer before we start as well, this is completely for educational purposes. We do not provide any calls or tips. And before you do take any trade, make sure you consult your financial advisor, right? I think telling this every day, this has become, I can like tell it in my sleep also now. But yes, for those of you who are joining for the first time, for those of you who are joining every day. Thanks for joining in again. And for those of you who are joining new, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any market update or on any product update, right? So, yes, welcome back to Stolo's Live. So, coming to today's market, complete turnaround of events from last. Wednesday to today, right? Between 2 days, we see the market completely turn around, and even after the RBI repo rate news, where it was unchanged that we were seeing yesterday, it the market still is completely bearish, right? So we'll quickly come to it, and we'll understand why we are looking at it this way as well. Yes, let that load. And you can also put in the comments if you are carrying over any trade from uh, today to Monday, right? Usually, wouldn't suggest to do such a thing, as it's 2 complete days where a lot of events can take place, a lot of news can take place. Where even though Friday it did look like a certain way, it could the chances that it would completely change, right? So that is one specific thing. And yes, I just quickly changed it to Nifty chart. Yes, so this was a small channel that we saw uh, towards today, right, in the market towards the end, almost again, right, completely bearish. This was the opening. This was one good supply zone we had seen during the opening itself, but again, I think it was, yeah, 955.10, around which market had reached the high of 18,733 for the day, around that basically, and it completely just kept falling, right? There was no sign of recovery even towards the end. If you look at it, complete downwards trend, right? 18,700 was completely broken in the futures chart. You look at it, 18,600 also looks like will be broken, and we should be headed lower, right? So this is something we could see in yesterday's chart and the performance of yesterday as well, where market looks completely downwards, right? So if you look at it here, we are headed downwards is what it looks like exactly, right? So from around 8 June, we are seeing, okay, 8 June, yeah, that is nothing but this specific moment in the day. That was the time when the repo rate was released, right? As soon as that was released, we saw a small, not so volatile, more sideways movement, and then since then it's a fall, right? You look at it today also, completely fell the market. So quickly, yes, let me just save that and come into the option chain, right? Coming into the option chain of Nifty, look at it, PCR directly over here gives you zero point 0.6, which is very bearish, right? We are towards the bearish levels. And if you look at the change, right? Give me 1 second. Just yes, let me just refresh that. And so what we will basically see today is the change in OI, right? So change in OI, if you will be seeing that there is a lot of increase in the call side, right? So you look at it, a lot, 18,650, 44 lakh, 18,007. 754 lakh, 26 lakh, 30 lakh increase in the call side. And if you look at it in the put side, there's very little, right? 6.2 lakh, 18 lakh, 13 lakh, which is in the levels of 18,550, 500, and 450, where why there is so little addition is because there are a lot of people unsure about how more down the markets can go, right? So if you look at it, that's why the increase in call side where everyone is bearish on the market. You look at PCR and coming quickly to the change in OI and the overall OI, right? If you look at the overall OI as well, 18,700 with the highest call OI, and there is a lot more in the call side, right, than the put side. And if you look at the change in OI for today as well, there is huge amounts of addition in the call side where the market looks completely bearish, right? And point 0.6 is the overall PCR as well, which is bearish, which is a complete bearish sentiment for us, right? So that is Nifty, where Monday should be again a very bearish market. We look since 10 a.m. off yesterday after the repo rate was released, we're looking at completely a downward market, right? Almost every candle is a sell and you would literally make money, right? So yes, also you can let me know if anyone made money on the call side today. It would be very interesting and would want to know where, right? Bank Nifty, completely different story, where it would have been a very at least for the option buyers, it would be a little more boring, right? You look at it, it was in a sideways kind of trend where even you look at the candles, almost each and every candle has an up and a down, right? There's no particular direction, at least overall. And we are looking at, so the level we had marked before 44,000 is still a very strong level, right? And one thing I wanted to show you was this levels that we had marked has been uh, again consistent since a long time, right? 44,500 and 44,000. So for those of you who had been analyzing on these levels, would have been very good, as since a very long time we are playing around this level, right? So market overall very sideways in Bank Nifty, where we are at the highs, but then again, right, we are playing between 44,000 and 44,500 since almost 29th May, right? Since 29th May, as you can see here, the market completely playing in this range, and only when 44,000 is completely broken, we would be completely bearish on Bank Nifty, right? So that is the uh, idea over here as well. So once this level is broken, so this is again a kind of a range that the yes, it's a support zone, right? So that's where market is taking in buyers and going back up. So 44,000 level, this range should be a good range, out of breaking out of which we can head very low, right? And coming into quickly the options chain of Bank Nifty as well, you can see a similar story as Nifty, where it's still in the completely the bearish side, right? You look at the change in OI. Yes, Bank Nifty, right? So if you look at it, 44,200 has 14 lakh addition, 44,300 has 7 lakh. And if you look at it here, it's only 3 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 2 lakh, and 3 lakh again, right? So it's very little addition on the put side, but then there's huge addition on the call side, right? OI, if you look at the change in OI for today, and that again tells us the story of, okay, we are going towards the what do you call a bearish side, right? Even overall OI, if you look at it for the whole week, that is till today itself. But yeah, if you look at it, it's still bearish. 0.7 PCR again giving us a bearish sign, and yes, options chain still tells us the same levels, right? 44,000 and 44. Okay, 44,200 would be the nearest first resistance for now, and 44,000 or 43,500 will be the nearest support, right? So these are the zones. Again, 44,000 is the level we want to see it breaking out in the futures chart as well, because we are completely watching the futures chart, right? So that is one particular level we are looking at. Once it breaks out of that, we can see it head a lot more lower, right? So the prices mentioned here are spot prices, whereas the chart we are seeing is completely futures, right? So that is one difference you can take note of. But yes, we saw the call and put addition. We see a lot of call sellers, and we're looking at it to be a bearish market, right? So that is the idea on Bank Nifty. We know the support levels and the resistance levels. Nearest resistance 44,200 and 44,000 on the futures chart is something we are seeing for it to break out of. So yes, that is the analysis for today. Again, very bearish markets, but yes, the only thing about Fridays is that a lot of events can take place, right? A lot of events can take place, and Saturday and Sunday are 2 days where a lot of news can come out and a lot of sentiment can be changed in the markets during these 2 days, right? So usually you wouldn't carry over any trades, but if you are carrying over any trade, make sure you put it in the comments and why, right? So yes, that is the analysis. We are at least OI based, and what we're seeing in the charts, we're looking at a very bearish market for Monday as well. We've seen Bank Nifty 44,000 futures chart. If it does break out of, we can see it go more down, and yes, that is the complete analysis, right? So we'll see what happens on Monday. Hopefully no news comes out, or if it does, hopefully it's on the good side so that markets are headed higher and the economy becomes better, right? So that's the whole idea. And yes, thank you so much for joining in. You can always watch the previous lives as well on how we do our market analysis. And yes, if you're new here, make sure you like the video and make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any product update. That is the whole application, right? Stolo application. Make sure you don't miss out on any product update, because we have a lot of things coming up. If you look under trade itself, we have a trade terminal and a scalping terminal coming very soon, right around the corner. So yes, make sure you don't miss out on any updates on that as well. So thank you so much for joining. Again, quick disclaimer, this is completely for educational purposes. We do not provide any calls or tips, right? This is direct on what we see in the market, and we are telling what we see, right? And before you do take any trade, make sure you consult your financial advisor. So yes, thank you so much for watching, and hope you guys have a great weekend.